Greetings Earthlings and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do some work on our Gerard awning system. I have two Gerard awnings, long one in the front of the coach and one about half that size to the rear of the coach. The one in the front of the coach suffered a really brutal hit in Marshall, Texas back early in the year, and it's been having some issues since then. The current issue is that the back side of the awning is hanging probably about a foot lower than the front side, and it's not set up to be that way. So and when I send it back into the cassette, I noticed that the back side is hanging significantly lower, and it actually scrapes on the top of the RV before it's actually drawn into the cassette. It's not so serious that it doesn't go into the cassette, but it doesn't go in correctly. So we're going to try to get that finished today. So let me change my shirt real quick and get into some work attire, and I'll get back with y'all to get that job done right after this. Alright guys, today's adventure, we're going to be doing a little repair work on the RV, or attempting to do it. I've never done it before, but my Gerard awnings have started to sag a little bit on one side, at least the longest one. So we're going to work on seeing if I can get that straight today. Let me show you what's going on. See if I can get this aimed at the right spot here. So, alright. So the awning is that rail on the very top there. If you see that little gap there, the one to the right of that is what I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to try to bring that out and see if I can. All right, here we go. It's coming out now. You'll see. I hope you'll see anyway. When it comes out, it hangs down an awful lot lower on the back side here toward the back of the RV than the front. I'm gonna step back a little bit and hopefully not put y'all in the sun. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go over this way and hopefully still keep y'all out of the sun and let you see how far down this thing is hanging. See, the tarp actually gets loose on this end, so I'm hoping that the adjustments that I'm going to make will take care of that as well. Right up in that area, right above the, this thing doesn't have a zoom on it, so that's unfortunate. But right in that area, right there where the canvas connects with the cartridge, there's a couple of bolts there that I need to make the adjustment on. So I'm going to have to put a ladder up and see if I can get up there where I need to be, and then see if I can make the adjustment. So bear with me, I'll get right back to you. All right, got the ladder set up. This is the only ladder I can carry with me, so I got to figure out ways to make this one work. So I run the slide out in, the bedroom slide on this side, so I could get access up here. And hopefully I've got the right tools for the job. That one is correct. All right. I'm trying to, my understanding is that the top bolt tightens Tightens up, but looking at it, I'm seeing different than what I've been led to. Baby, can you point that remote control over that way? You can sit right there where you're at. Just point the remote control over toward that open door and then hit the N button.
This one?
Does that say N? I don't know. I can't read it from here.
N.
Okay. All right, now go ahead and hit it and hold it for a second. Okay, now wait. When I tell you, hit the stop button in the middle. Okay. Thank you. Looks like the play is in this outer arm and not the upper arm. That's a little confusing for me. Okay, that does not look like the way to resolve this issue. So what I'm doing now, oh yeah. Okay.
Make sure it's not a cricket.
Cricket.
Yeah, only one.
Okay. All right, let's see. Let's get this moved a little bit better. I think I'm gonna disconnect this and take you up there with me so you can see exactly what I'm working with. Okay. Maybe somebody will see what I'm not seeing. If I'm not seeing it. Oh, wow. It kind of looks like to me that this roller is supposed to roll on this edge right here, and somehow it's not. And looks like my ladder's barely hanging on there. Okay, I see something. This little thing on the back side there looks like it needs to come in a little bit. This little pin, I don't know if y'all are in focus or not. I can't. My back monitor is not on here, but it looks like I have to work to get that pin lined up with this hole, and then figure out a way to get it back through there. And it looks like that might be the issue. Okay. Well, identifying the issues half the battle, I guess. I just don't know. I guess if I figure out a way to take pressure off of the outside of this, then I might be able to manipulate it back over there. Hey, baby. Push the out button just momentarily, but aim it over there. All right.
More?
Yeah. Huh. Ay, shuckies. All right, so I don't know exactly how to take the tension off of this. But I do know you can see over there the top of that, the top of the piece of trim below where the awning is at, the actual top of the RV. You can see where it's been scraping there when I close it up or open it up. So it is definitely hanging too low. And I believe that this is the culprit. I just have to figure out, I wonder if I try to put a clamp from here to there, if I can pull it over with the clamp. It's worth a shot. Let me see. Give me a second to gather up my clamp. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the contraption that I have come up with. I've got my washing wand extended out fully, well, not fully, but to the right level, and sitting on top of a end table to give it enough altitude. I think I've got it up to the right height, and I've pulled my slide out back out so I would have a place a little bit farther down that would still keep me close enough to the little pin I'm trying to work with. So I'm going to climb back up there, see if I can put this together. Now, I've told y'all before, and I'm going to tell you again, if you're contemplating living in an RV full-time, you need to be one of two things. You either need to be extremely handy or extremely wealthy. One of those two has to apply, because there's going to be issues with the RV, and if you're not extremely wealthy, then you're going to have to fix a lot of those issues yourself. So retiring on Social Security would not put me in that extremely wealthy category. So therefore, I'm going to have to depend on my 40 plus years of working in the maintenance trades and mechanical trades and things like that. So we'll get her done. I just don't know. I don't know if we're doing it the right way, but we're doing it my way. So bear with me. I'm gonna put this back up there. Try to get you focused on, well, I don't want to put it back up there on the top again. Well, I don't know. Let's take it up there to the top and see what happens. if I can't get a decent shot up here, I'll turn it off and come back to you when I get the finished product. But might be able to find a spot up here to sit the camera so you can see what's going on. Yeah, maybe not, but let's try right up here somewhere. Oh yeah, okay. Rocking and rolling. All right. I don't know if y'all can see. Okay. I couldn't see the doggone joint I'm working on, so didn't think y'all could either. But looks like it's doing something. I don't know. Well, I'm here to tell you that ain't a good thing. Did you see that damn part just drop right out of there? Now I got to go get that, figure out what holds that in. Obviously, it's not beating on it with a pair of channel locks, because that's the pivot, the axle, if you will, for that wheel. So let me go find that. Pops out. Not.
The hose is in.
Huh?
The water hose is in.
No, baby. Okay, there's one. Gotta make sure I get the little spacers up in there, right? Oh boy, that's not going to work. Well, barely in there, but I think it's got to go in there more, but I can't squeeze it with the vise anymore. Losing my grip on the top. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I can push up on the awning a little bit, might be able to. Let's see. Okay, that's got that piece back in there. And it is just a friction fit, appeared to be. It's got like a spline on one tip of that pin. So, let's see. Now we're back to the other pin. I don't know. Hiya. Okay, y'all, I think I got the pin back in place. I'm going to get it a little bit farther up in there. I used, well, believe it or not, I used that clamp up there hanging on the ladder to work with it and get it kind of in position. And then I used this miraculous wonder tool and I smacked the shit out of it. Same way I fix computers. Who knew? All right. So, and while I'm on the subject of tools, I got a YouTube channel that I watch religiously every week, and it's Kyle and Victoria. And you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember whether this is going to apply to Kyle or it's going to apply to Carl from Hanging with the Hanks or Happily Ever Hanks. But one of you guys are very confused on how to operate a pair of these channel locks. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little block of instruction real quick. Pay attention. Okay. Channel locks are made with this curve in it for a reason. You don't hook up to your pipe and turn it this way toward the curve. You hook to your pipe and turn it this way. That way the curve helps you bite harder. You have a whole lot more grip strength and tension on the nut or the screw or bolt, whatever you're trying to turn with these when you're turning them in the right direction. Now, in addition to that, I'll say that very rarely is this the right tool for the job. When you're tightening nuts and bolts, big nuts and bolts, sink drains and stuff like that, yeah, a pair of these is right on time. And sometimes little plumbing bolts and stuff that don't have to get real tight, these are fine. But as a usual tool, or as a usual rule, the right tool for the job. This is it. Now you know. I'm kidding, of course. But so what I'm going to do right now is I've got the pins in there and they're flush with the outer edge, which I think is probably sufficient. But I want to do just a little bit more. Famous last words. I want to take this little socket. It's got a very small tip on one side and a little bit bigger base, and I'm going to use that vise up there, and I'm going to place this against the pins with the small end toward the pin and the big end toward the vise, and squeeze a little bit harder and just try to subset both of those pins that I've been working on, and hopefully it'll work and make it even better, or just a little bit tighter and it'll strip out something. So we'll see. And I'm going to take one more socket just to be on the safe side, and then we'll climb up here and see if we can get this done. But by golly, let's see. As you can see, that pin right there, just that little round circle, is the one I was having trouble with, and it is now flush. And this one on the bottom is the one that fell out when I was first tapping on it with the pair of channel locks. Because channel locks sometimes can be used as that wonder tool hammer, but not supposed to. But at any rate, we'll put this up here. I don't know. I can't tell if we're looking at the same thing or not. All right. The thought process is to spread this out a little bit. Now the problem with using this type of vise is that the piece that's going to be up against the metal is on a swivel, but a lot of times it tries to turn, slide, and do all kind of weird stuff. So we'll see if we can overcome that issue. Okay. Put this socket up there and let's see if I don't forget it. And oh, you know what, I ain't gonna do that. That shit gonna run away. I'll put it right here. All right. Oh, one of the problems that I got is having to work off an extension ladder instead of a tall step ladder. Because when you're full-time in the RV, you have very limited space and you have to work with what you got. And I don't got that no more. So we'll try number 2. See if that does a little better. But like I told you, damn thing just wants to, they want to spin around and jump out and all kind of weird stuff. That one across the top is one to slide, so I'll hook that over there and see if I can do it a little better that way. No. Lordy, lordy. Well, this one might just have to be content with flush, because it don't look like it wants to go. Hold on, let me try one more thing. I took the rubber boot off of this thing. In order to get a nice firm bite. So now we'll put the rubber boot back on and see if I can get it to stop slipping around so much. Well, there went one of the rubber boots and the other socket, but I did get it up in there just ever so slightly. Please, baby. I've got that round rubber boot again and 2 sockets down there somewhere now. Watch your head. All right, that's one. Now you know what a socket is, right? Oh, raise it. Oh, there you go.
The first one I gave you?
No, it's a little shiny thing. Those things that are in there are sockets, but they're small. The 2 that I dropped are. Don't look in there. I didn't drop them in there. I didn't drop them on the table. They're on the ground right here somewhere. They should be pretty easy to see because they're gonna.
It's under.
Okay. Well, you see 2 of them under there, or just one?
Just one. It's too far to reach.
Okay, I'll get it. I wanted to push that back in a little bit, but it's in there, so
I guess I'm okay. Just got to go gather up my stuff. All right. This part of the stuff I need to gather up. Let me take a look up here and make sure I haven't left any tools on top of the slide out, because I don't want no trouble. Nope, nothing left on top of this slide out. So let's take this down, and then we'll give her a test run and see how it works. Okay. First thing is take the mop out of there. So, oh, it's still coming down an awful long ways. I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, it still looks like it's down lower than the other side, and the tarp is still having issues. But let's see. I don't want no trouble. I think it will probably clear the top of the ladder, but just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna pull the ladder back a little bit and make sure that the ladder is below the top of that. All right, so let's see what happens when we do this. Well, it's definitely raising better than it was before. Problem I was having before when it would go in, especially when it would get to the point where it was supposed to go into the cassette, it was way lower than it was supposed to be. And that doesn't look like that's going to be the case this time. It looks like it's up where it's supposed to be. So look at that. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. All right.
All right, doggone camera almost made it to the end of the video. About the last 14 seconds or so, it overheated. So we'll just go ahead and put that here. So just to let you guys know, when camping, take only photos, leave only footprints, travel safe. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I am Charlie.